thanks for tuning in. Today I'm sharing my 5 luxury bags I'm currently obsessed with, tag. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your most obsessed handbag right now. All of your support really means a lot to me. I was tagged to do this video by the lovely Leslie Adina, and if you haven't checked out her channel or watched her video, I will link it up above so you can see where this tag has originated from. She was also tagged by somebody, but she has a lot more information on who started the tag and who tagged her and all that good stuff. It's a really fun tag, and to my understanding, this is a tag where you share your 5 most, your currently obsessed handbags that you don't have. It was a little moment for me to reflect on my wish list, but also think about some of the things that I've been seeing and kind of lusting after. So I have 5 bags to share. I'm gonna go straight into it with, of course, my #1 wish list item, which is a Birkin 25 in a greenish color. I call it a dead green color, sort of can think of it like a military green, slightly khaki color maybe. I believe there's like a vert color from Hermes that resembles what I'm looking for or hoping for. There's also a color called vert anglais, which I also think is kind of that muted green. Vert cypress is also a really beautiful color. Like, I'm looking for one that kind of leans gray or black and not so much like bright green, but in a Birkin 25. I'm obsessed. I still really want a Birkin 25 to add to my collection. Yeah, that's like the #1 on my wish list for 2022, and it's still there. It is still there. I know the bag itself is a lot smaller, but there's just something about that size and that color combo that just makes it really yummy for me. And I feel like a Birkin 25 can be easier to dress up, so it can be something that I could take to slightly more formal occasions, but have enough space to carry all of my things. I'm just obsessed with Hermes greeny colors. So that's the pretty much #1 bag that I am obsessed with. My second bag is also an Hermes bag. I'm sorry. Actually, there are 3 bags that are Hermes bags of my 5, but you know, I did trim it down, okay? And the second one is actually a Hermes Kelly Mini. So it's also a Kelly 20, but those are like the super small ones. This one I want it in like a bright color. A bright color, kind of like malachite or like blue electric, like a red color, like rouge casaque would also be really nice. So yeah, I'm thinking the Mini Kelly can be in like a pop of color because it's so small and would be perfect for more evening or more kind of occasion. But it's just, I don't know, it's just so cute that I keep looking at it, and I feel like so many people have them now that I'm really feeling FOMO, okay? I'm really feeling like I'm missing out because I don't have one in my collection. But if push comes to shove and I had to pick one, I would pick the Birkin 25 over the Kelly 20. Only just because the Birkin 25 has been on my list for longer, okay? So that's the one that gets the priority. Not that I think it would really happen. If I came in contact with both of them, I would pick the Birkin 25 over the Kelly 20. The third bag and the last Hermes bag for this video is actually the Constance reissue. Now, you might be a bit surprised because I used to have a Constance and it's no longer in my collection. I have a whole dedicated video on why I chose to let that go, and I'll link that up above so you can hear some of the pros and cons that I had with that one. And recently I watched a video by Tamara Kalinic, and she recently picked up one of the reissue Constance handbags in a gorgeous red color. I believe hers is rouge casaque. And it really piqued my interest. because it no longer has like the two main compartments, only has one main compartment instead of two. So it's no longer as kind of big and bulky as the one that I had. It's definitely a skinnier piece. And there's like a pocket in the back. I believe there's a slip pocket in the back. And I think the strap is a little bit longer. So you can crossbody on the 24 size. Those were like enough changes that it caught my attention, and it got me thinking like, oh, like I want to see one of those in person. And the thing about Hermes bags, I think that you get much more obsessed over, is the fact that you can't just go into the store just to see it, just to see what it's like. So at least for me, I tend to become like, have a lot more obsessive tendencies over it, because then now I'm like, oh my God, I need to find out like all the information I can about this and see more pictures and see this and see that, because like I can't easily get my hands on one myself. But yeah, those changes to the Constance were enough. They're not changes. It is a reissue of like, I think the original or like the older version of the Constance. So they brought it back. They re-released it for, I believe, this like fall season. It might continue a little bit into the spring, I'm not sure. Those were enough little differences that I was like, I think I might get along with that version a lot better than the one that I originally had. The fourth bag on my currently obsessed list is the Chanel 22 bag. I know. I will say I don't think I would ever purchase one, but it is one that has grown on me over time. It's one of those items where initially when I saw it, I was like, what is this? Why? No. Yeah, it kind of looks like a glorified trash bag. Nope, I don't think so. Also, honestly, I did have some hesitations looking at how thin and shiny the leather was, that with that shape, that I just felt like it might not be the best combo in terms of longevity. But I have to say, whenever I see pictures of it on Instagram, I'm quite obsessed. I have that creeping feeling of like, ooh, I think I missed out on this bag because I didn't get one. But I'm okay. It's still not a style that I think I would get. But when I see some of those pictures on Instagram, it just looks so cool and so effortless. It's on there. It is on the list. But I promise you, I won't get one. I really don't see myself getting one, but I just thought it's funny that it made the list given how much of an allergic reaction I initially had to it. And the fifth and final bag on my obsessed list is one that I saw in Paris and I decided not to get, and it is lingering, it's lingering on my mind. And that is the Celine Triomphe bag in this gorgeous light lilac color. It's so pretty. It is so very pretty. And I'm really obsessed with that specific clasp, the Triomphe clasp. It's gorgeous. And I see people with belts as well, with the Celine belts with the Triomphe clasp on it, and I sort of want the belt too. I'm like, I really like the lines, the shape. I just like that whole buckle. But the Triomphe bag was on my radar, on my mind before I even went to Paris. Of the current Celine handbag styles that have come out, the slightly elongated, kind of rectangular, slightly east-west style bag was the one that caught my attention. And when I saw it in that beautiful pastel lilac color, I was wavering, okay? Like, it definitely was a gorgeous handbag. I am obsessed over it. That one might be a style that ends up getting added to my collection. We'll see. I might not be able to find it in that specific color anymore, which is a little bit of a bummer. But that shape and that size, the slightly thicker strap on it, all of it just works really well. It slightly pulls from like retro handbag design, but it feels like the Triomphe bag feels like it's a nice reinterpretation of some of that retro silhouette. That bag, it fits a good amount of stuff. It's still a mini size bag, so I would say it's pretty comparable with what fits in a classic mini, a Chanel classic mini. So it's not too small, I would say, But yeah, I didn't get it when I was in Paris because I had my mind on a lot of other things, and of course I was still going to Hermes frequently to see if I could score anything, so I didn't want to get too overzealous and buy a bunch of stuff that then, you know, I end up going to Hermes and being like, whoops. So I restrained on that one, but that one's on my obsessed list as well. So that is my response to the 5 luxury handbags I'm currently obsessed with. I want to tag a few folks as well, and I will list them in the description box down below. But I would love to see what current handbags are on your obsessed list, because I don't know, it might make me add a few more to my own list. Don't forget, I have a giveaway live on my channel right now. I will link that video up above for you to reference and enter if you haven't already. I will announce the winner in an upcoming video, probably in September. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time,